All right, welcome to another speaking practice. So Miss Stroke is here alone today. She's gonna do her speaking practice. So Miss Stroke, are you ready?
Ready.
All right, great. Let's start with part one of speaking. Um, I don't believe I have asked you this question before. Number 29 about skies and stars. So it's also about outer space, vũ trụ, outer space. So Miss Stroke, do you like to look at the sky?
Like to look at the sky. First, I've noticed is uh necessary to
Necessary,
nec-
necessary.
is
Nhớ không nào?
necessary
Necessary.
is necessary uh for me to do this. I think I can go out and do some outside activities instead of just look at the sky only.
Mhm.
But I know some people think that it is an interesting, interesting idea that they can spend some their free time just sitting and enjoy the silent environment
Mhm.
and uh, look at the skies uh, to see some twinkles uh, after after substance.
Yes. All right. So do you prefer the sky in the morning or the sky at night?
As if I have to compare between the morning sky and the night sky. Of course, I think that the night the sky is nice. It is more beautiful
Mm.
because at this time I can see the star and the moon, which are twinkle and really beautiful when they are together. You can see a
Okay.
whole sky with with beautiful shining.
Okay, you can see the sky with a beautiful glow. Okay, so glow is a noun, sự tỏa sáng. It's a beautiful glow. I see. Okay, so we have sunrise and sunset. Which one do you prefer? And why?
Of sunrise and sunset equally because they have each beautiful beauty that are not similar, but it's still beautiful.
Mm.
And of course, if you are an early bird, you can enjoy the sunrise. But I'm not. So I think sunset is more suitable for me. And of course, every time when I have a chance to go to the beach, I
Mm-hmm.
will spend a little time to enjoy the sunsets in the when I walking along the beach. I I think it's really uh, great when I can see it by my eyes,
Mm. When you can see
when
by your own eyes, right?
by my own eyes, the big sun go down in the sea.
Mm. The big sun go down by the sea. Okay, I see. So can you see the moon and stars at night where you live?
Hard for people
It's quite hard,
nowadays.
isn't it? Mm.
to see the moon and star at night
Hmm.
because the skyrockets buildings
Yeah, sorry, you mean
cover
skyscrapers?
skyscraper.
Skyrocket. It's a different word, you know.
Okay, okay.
Okay, skyscrapers. It's basically the same as what's it called? High rise. Tòa nhà chọc trời, chọc lên bầu trời á. Skyscrapers are basically the same as high rise. All right, let's talk about skyscrapers. What happened?
Because
What's
I
going
think
on?
because the skyscraper seem to
Scrapers.
skyscraper seem to cover the whole sky.
Mm-hmm.
People cannot see any stars, the moon,
Okay.
and people have to go somewhere that uh, really is really is large, and there are not so many buildings or house around to have a chance to see the whole skies with
Mm-hmm.
beautiful stars and the moon.
The beautiful stars in the moon. All right, I see. So, are there any good places to look at the sky where you live? Like, for example, you can just go to the top floor, rooftop, or you can just maybe go to landmark 81 to look at the sky, maybe. Chỗ lên landmark 81 để nhìn thấy bầu trời cũng là sang lắm. You know, maybe go to landmark 81, maybe. I'll go to the rooftop of my apartment, for example, my apartment complex. Are there any good places to look at the sky where you live, Miss Struck?
I think there are some good place to look
Good
at the
places.
sky. Good places to look at the sky around around my neighborhood.
Hmm.
The first ones I think that is the abra- prices, prices,
The what?
the the
The
bridge,
beaches, you mean?
the bridge, cái cầu, the bridge,
The bridge, the bridges, the
the
bridges,
bridges, the bridge.
bridges, the bridges. Like, for example, can you give some example?
There are bridges near my house
Hmm.
that's big enough for people to stand along to see the skies because of course the bridges are not covered by any um, buildings or or anything that can hinder the the sky.
Mhm.
But sometimes we should think about the this the buildings that allow people to have many activities aside just sit and enjoy the sky because I think it will be more interesting that people can enjoy the sky and um, and to with their friends and play some games while and
Okay. Play some games and
play some games and I think it tries some cafes talk with each other is more it must more interesting than just think and uh, look at the sky night.
Look at the sky at night, you mean?
Look at the sky at night.
I see. Now, would you like to travel to outer space? I'm sure we have learned this unit before. So, would you like to travel to outer space? Maybe for an occasion, for a trip, just a small one, maybe. Would you like to?
People like travel outer space is include myself
Hmm.
because human nature, human
Human
natures,
nature, human nature.
human natures is curious, curiosity,
It's curiosity. Curiosity is human nature.
curiosity,
Basically, curiosity, curiosity. It's a human nature. Sự tò mò là một bản chất con người rồi. Curiosity is a human nature, I think. Yes.
yes, um, as if I have an I have a chance to travel out to outer space,
Hmm.
I will very happy and
I will
excited.
be very happy and excited.
I will be very happy and excited. Uh, you know, the idea of exploring the unknown,
Uh-huh.
seeing Earth from a new perspective,
What? Seeing what from what?
and then seeing Earth from a new location.
Perspective, you mean?
New location is okay,
The new location. Of course, okay.
and witnessing the beauty of the universe r- really is inspired.
Okay. It's really inspiring. It's inspiring because it actually helps you. It makes you inspired. Careful the adjective you use. Dùng tính từ chủ động hay bị động nè. Inspired hay là inspiring. Careful. Nó mang tính là gây cảm hứng. Thì mình sẽ bị truyền cảm hứng. So, what did you say?
This will be inspiring.
Okay. Okay. And can you imagine what it will, sorry, can you imagine what it would be like to travel to outer space?
When I imagine what I can see when I travel to outer space, I think it would be an amazing experience. The journeys could involving look at the outer substance that you never know exactly what they are in real size when you look at them from the earth. Yes. The views of Earth from orbit with with many colors and size of the substance.
There are many colors and sizes of celestial bodies, right? Và những thiên thể. Celestial body. You remember those words? Celestial bodies.
Celestial,
Celestial, it means on the
celestial.
sky. Celestial body là những thiên thể, tức là những cái vật thể trên bầu trời. So you look at celestial bodies with different sizes, isn't it? Right. What about moons? Moon, comets. What about moons?
Here,
Comets, space rocks, and things like that. and maybe stars, etc. What do you think about them?
Believe that these celestial bodies
Hmm.
are really big that we can't imagine.
Imagine, can imagine.
Imagine, such as the moon, comets, space rocks, and stars. Of course, they
Hmm.
are all uh, they are shining in in our eyes when we look at in the earth, from the earth.
When
But
we look at
if
from the earth.
yes, but if we are we see them when we are in outer space, I think it is a different experience. Maybe it's more awesome.
Maybe more what? Awesome, you mean?
It's
Hmm, I see. All right. Now, so do you learn about outer space at school at all? Like, for example, do you remember what they taught you in schools about outer space, the planets and things like that? Do you remember?
I think outer space is still quite uh, not similar to many students in my countries because we don't have too much time
Too
to
much time.
discover uh, these beautiful uh, celestial bodies. You know, in Vietnam, mm, mm, education system seem to be more concerned about academic subjects, such as
Academic subject, you mean?
academic subjects such as uh, math, math, language, and science. But it's not uh, just something is not really practical because it's quite boring with just words and formulas.
Hmm. Say again, what were you saying? The last word you said?
Formulas.
Popular. Hmm.
Formulas, công thức, formulas.
Formula. Okay. So basically just formula you learn in school, isn't it?
Yes.
So, oh well. Sometimes I wish that the school system could just, you know, teach students about about outer space and other planets, you know. Otherwise, they wouldn't know anything about that. Oh my God. Now, so do you enjoy watching movies about outer space and stars?
About watching movies, I don't really fond of outer space and stars. It's my styles in movies. But I think many people find them interesting. And of course, there's something that attracts people to discover about them, such as who are want to travel outer space and know more about the mystery universe, such as galaxies and black holes are still something that really is mysterious and that cultivates humans' curiosity.
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 But
It's so cute.
sometimes,
Hmm.
watching movies about them is uh, it's quite different from the 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 real they are because the the productor can
Mhm.
combine some unreal things with the real things to uh to their to to be to make their movies become more um, attractive and interesting.
More attractive and interesting, I say. All right, so let's move on to part two now. Actually, the moon, stars, and outer space has always been a hard topic. Nó luôn là một chủ đề rất là khó luôn á. Okay, so let's try topic number 90. Let's say, let's try 93, okay? Describe an environmental law your country should have. Miêu tả một cái luật về môi trường mà đất nước bạn nên có. You should say what law it should be, why people should follow the law. Whether the law will be popular or not, it means that will the people accept that law? Explain how you feel about this law as well, you know. And then part three, what environmental law does your country already have? Think about the law. Okay, think about a law that Vietnam actually has a law to make recycling compulsory. Một điều luật để làm cho chuyện tái chế là bắt buộc. Một điều luật để làm cho việc tái chế rác là bắt buộc. To make recycling make recycling trash compulsory. You know, but nobody follows those law. Nobody observe such a law in Vietnam because it's like once there's a law, people just okay, they follow it, but then the trash collector, but basically the trash collectors, those people, they dumped everything into the same truck. So it doesn't matter if you try to separate. Oh, sorry, it's the law to make separating trash compulsory. Không phải là tái chế mà là cho làm cho việc phân loại rác mới đúng. They dump everything in the same truck. So it makes separating trash a useless, a fruitless activity. A fruitless activity. Nó trở thành một cái hành động mà gọi là vô hồn, chẳng để làm giống gì đó. Không có trái cây, fruitless, tức là không có đem lại một cái kết quả gì cả. So it becomes like a fruitless activity because trash collectors just dump everything in the same truck, for example. That's just what I want to say to you. Another environmental law, they will fine violators. To fine violators. Phạt những người vi phạm. They will fine violators for, I think, 30 to 50 million Vietnam dong if you dump toxic waste into rivers. Nếu mà xả chất thải độc hại vào dòng sông bị phạt từ ít nhất 30-50 triệu, if I remember right. I'm not so sure if there's other environmental law, but honestly, Vietnam is not doing so hot. It's not doing so great against like, you know, things that can cause environmental problems. Thật sự Việt Nam cái ý thức về bảo vệ môi trường nó chưa tốt và những điều luật còn khá lỏng lẻo. There should be a law there should be a law to prohibit or to ban people from littering, Nên có điều luật để cấm con người ta xả rác. Like for example, in Singapore, if you litter for once, the police will fine you. But the second time you will have to go to the court. Go to the court. You will be prosecuted. Sẽ bị luận tội, và kết án. You will be prosecuted and you will be sentenced. Bị kết án nha, đàng hoàng luôn á. You will be sentenced, and of course you will be sentenced that you have to pay some money, and also you will have to stay in prison for some days, some months, I don't know. Phải ở tù một khoảng thời gian và phải trả tiền, và sau đó bị ăn đòn nữa cơ. You will also receive caning. Okay, check this one out. No, that's not exactly what I'm trying to show you, I think. You receive punishment in the form of there will be someone who will hit you with a whip. Một ai đó sẽ đánh mình với một cái cây roi á, đúng nghĩa luôn á, bị đánh roi tại vì xả rác luôn á. Well, this thing is to prevent rich people from littering. If you are rich, you can still be whipped and you will learn your lesson. It doesn't matter if you're rich, you still have to observe the law. Cái điều này để chống cho cái chuyện người giàu á, xong rồi dùng tiền, dùng ảnh hưởng của họ, nghĩ là họ làm ba làm má thiên hạ được á. Cho nên là ra tòa bị xử, rồi còn bị ăn đòn nữa cơ, không có đùa được đâu. Now, so what kinds of rules do schools in Vietnam have? Bây giờ nói về luật trong trường học đi. You can talk about that, about schools uniform, for example. Những đồng phục trong trường, school uniform. Think about the fact that it's called a code of behavior. Nó gọi là những quy tắc ứng xử, những quy tắc hành vi ứng xử trong trường học, môi trường học đường chẳng hạn. Like the code of behavior in an educational setting. Trong bối cảnh giáo dục chẳng hạn, nó phải có một cái code of behavior, một cái quy tắc hành vi ứng xử trong môi trường giáo dục chẳng hạn. Or that is actually some kind of rules. There are also unwritten rules, những điều luật bất thành văn, that you have to follow. Like for example, you have to respect others. You have to respect others. Of course, those are in unwritten rules. Nhưng đó là những cái luật mà bất thành văn, nó không viết ra đâu, nhưng mà phải biết. Đó là phải tôn trọng người khác. You have to respect others, and you have to go to class on time. You have to always do your homework, something like that. There's a lot of unwritten rules. Now, will there be a law that is universally accepted? You know the word universe, right? Vũ trụ. So universally accepted, tức là được chấp nhận chung. Được chấp nhận chung, tức là ai cũng sẽ đồng ý với điều luật này. Will there be any law, a law that's universally accepted? Liệu sẽ có cái luật nào mà ai cũng sẽ đồng tình với nó không? Like, I think there's a law called the law of karma. Luật nhân quả. I think there's a law of karma. If you do something bad, bad thing will happen to you as a law, I think. I think everyone kind of accept that, but some people, they don't believe in karma. So think about other laws that can be universally accepted, like for example, um, traffic law, of course. It depends on people, but I don't think traffic laws is universally accepted. Some people they still try to break the law, you know. Okay, next question. How does technology affect the law? Công nghệ ảnh hưởng đến luật pháp như thế nào? Think about the fact that these days there's a lot of online scammers. Nhiều những kẻ lừa đảo trên mạng lắm luôn á. And that's because of technology. They use AI, artificial intelligence, to create fake videos, to scam people. Để tạo những video ảo để mà lừa người khác. They use AI to create fake videos to scam people these days, you know. So technology does affect the law. Why? Because the law has to adapt. So the law, luật pháp, has to adapt to changes in the society, you know. Cái điều luật á, luật pháp nó phải thích nghi với những sự thay đổi trong xã hội nha. They have to change, they have to adapt. So you can build on this one, give examples, cho ví dụ. All right. Oh, some minutes to think. Okay, so Mr. Please describe an environmental law that your country should have, can you?
Yes. On the environmental law that I think my country should have is stricter regulations on littering. In
Okay.
reality, in reality, places where littering is prohibited, there is often more trash than in other areas. And I believe the main reason is that the fines are not strong enough to make people mm, to make people engage this behavior. In improper ways leads to environmental pollution and can cause contribute to the stress of disease
Mhm.
affects human health seriously. I believe that this law will be more widely accepted if it
Be more
is
widely accepted, right?
more widely
Widely accepted.
widely accepted if it is effective um, in deterring the public. As
And deterring the public, you
de-
mean?
deterring the public, the, pub, the public.
Okay.
I suppose this because it's not everyone has the awareness to do the right things, especially when it's inconvenience for them
Mhm.
to some extent. Some some strict law should be applied to make people obey the law.
I say, right, if you don't make the law strict, I don't think the majority of people will follow that because I think Vietnam still suffer from like, I don't know, I don't want to say that, but a lot of people are not civilized enough to follow like laws, I think. So laws, there should be a very hefty fine, you know? Otherwise, people will not follow that. There should be a hefty, oh, there should be a hefty fine. It's a very expensive fine. Một mức phạt rất cao. There should be a hefty fine in order to make people obey. And in the last 3 weeks, we have observed a lot of changes in traffic, Okay, right now there's a lot of traffic jams, but it means that roads need to be enlarged further. People need to use more public transport, you know. But the people are exposed to a very, very strict law these days. They will be deterred from committing crimes. They will be deterred from making mistakes. They will be deterred from violating laws, you know. Con người ta được tiếp xúc với lại những cái luật khó khăn như vậy, họ sẽ bị deterred, họ sẽ bị răn đe. To be deterred from committing um, crimes or public offenses, hoặc là những cái sự vi phạm ở nơi công cộng or public offenses. All right, so Mr. What environmental law does your country already have?
My knowledge. Environmental laws that my country already has,
Mhm.
mainly related to
Careful.
environmental,
Already have. Cẩn thận phát âm.
already have relate often related to environmental protections. Uh, this is the main law that regular that's on waste management, air and water pollution control.
Okay.
First, for normal knowledge that people uh, should not throw their trash away means they don't allow to littering on the road, and some uh, prohibit prohibit places. Besides that, common factories are not allowed to release their waters, are not
You mean
uh,
they're not allowed to dump their wastewater? To dump their wastewater, you mean? Nước thải, xả nước
water,
thải. They're not allowed to dump their wastewater into rivers,
which
right?
is which is not treated.
Okay. Which is
Yes,
not treated, huh? Hmm.
yes, and I know that um, um, many factories that are not equipped with waters, waters xử lý là
Water treatment.
treatment,
Water treatment.
water treatment,
Xử
and not
lý nước.
equipped
So xử lý nước.
with
Like
water
they're not equipped with water treatment. Or if the water treatment is not very good, you know, not up to the standards of the law. Up to standards. Nó không có đến đúng cái chuẩn á. If their water treatment is not up to standards, it could be bad, you know.
yes, and this behavior will be fined very strictly.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's necessary for people to allow this law because
Mm-hmm.
the influence, the consequence of this behavior is really healthy and affects a lot on human health.
It could affect humans' health. Okay, got it. So, what kinds of rules do schools in Vietnam already have? What do you think? Oh, this is 93.
To be honest, I believe that uh, s- many schools in Vietnam
Mm.
have various rules. Sometimes
Mm.
that's really necessary.
Of course, rules are necessary.
Uh, but some normal rule that I agree with is um, respect for teachers,
Respect.
respect,
Respect.
respect for teachers and peers. I know that students nowadays sometimes they are too naughty and don't have
Naughty. Sometimes they're
not
really naughty. Quậy
naughty
lắm luôn á, naughty.
and don't have basic respect to others.
They don't have any basic respect. They don't have basic common sense. Nó không biết điều luôn á. Basic common sense. Nó gọi là những điều cơ bản. Những điều cơ bản phải biết. They don't have basic common sense because their family didn't teach them, you know. Bởi vì gia đình có dạy đâu mà biết. Because their family they just depend on the schools, you know. So many students that don't have basic common sense. Okay. What else can you say?
That uniforms is also reasonable because students as, are required to wear school uniforms. Uh,
To
will have
wear school uniforms.
yes to wear school uniforms. This help to maintain equality in some to some extent and a sense of community among students.
Hmm.
If if they are the same, they will just focus on their school tasks than compare themselves to others.
And compare then
So
comparing themselves to others, right?
yes, through their outfits.
I see.
Yes, and the uniforms often increase their their uh their price of theirs of themselves
You
because they
mean
are the
it increases it basically boosts the image of themselves, right? And they are schools to boost the image of themselves and of their schools, right? Nó làm là cải thiện cái hình ảnh của chính bản thân họ và của cái trường của họ. They often boost the image of themselves and of their school. Anything else?
one 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 rules that I think is really uh, important is attentions and punctuality.
I think there's
Punctuality.
another rules in Vietnam. I think you know that students are not allowed to use telephone, to use their mobile phone during the class. Of course, they can use their mobile phone after class. I mean, after schools, but they're not allowed to use their phone during the class. That is because why? Phones are bad for their concentration. They will not concentrate on their studies, you know.
Uh, First, students are prohibited to use any technological device that
Technological device.
yes that uh, are not served for their school work, such as mobile phones and sometimes is laptops or tabs because in their classes they are have enough device that are equipped to serve for
To serve their work, I say.
their work.
So, will there be a law that is universally accepted? What do you think?
These items that are accepted in
Hmm.
university because
No, 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 careful. Universally here is not
universe
related to university, okay? Nó không liên quan tới chữ đại học nha.
okay.
Universally accepted here means like everyone will agree to it. Mọi người đều sẽ chấp nhận cái điều này. Will there be a law that is universally accepted? Please be careful. Liệu sẽ có điều luật nào mà tất cả mọi người đều chấp nhận không?
So I think that there will be some law that is universally accepted, and the first law that is human rights. I think it should be accepted and obeyed by everyone
Mm,
who live in lo- in any countries
I see.
because it's the um basic rights of humans.
Hmm.
Uh, yes, people have the rights to to survive and to and the government need to protect them.
Okay. Everyone has the right to survive, and of course, the government have to protect them. I agree. Now, I think that's another law that's universally accepted. It's the law to protect the rights of children and pregnant women, I think. Điều luật để bảo vệ quyền lợi của trẻ nhỏ và của những bà mẹ mà mang bầu á. Of course, those people are how can I say, they are an at a disadvantage. Họ luôn luôn ở cái thế yếu hơn. Họ luôn ở thế yếu hơn, họ bị bất lợi hơn. They are always at a disadvantage. So they need to be protected, you know. They need to be protected, or they need some form of they need protection, or they need some form of protection, of course. I think one more rules that can be universally accepted, I think, let's say the rules in which um, the disabled people, let's say the disabled people, they should be taken care of by the government. They should be taken care of by the community. Giống như là một cái điều luật mà để cho những người bị tàn tật á, the disabled. Nó giống như một danh từ á. It's a noun. The disabled, người tàn tật, they should be taken care of by the government and the community as a legal requirement. Nó giống như là một cái sự đòi hỏi, một yêu cầu về pháp luật luôn á. Một cái đòi hỏi pháp luật, một cái đòi hỏi về luật pháp. Tức là một cái sự ràng buộc. It's a legal requirement. It means it's something that is compulsory. Một cái gì bắt buộc là người ta phải tuân theo. It's a legal requirement. I think so. There should be a law for the disabled people. Người mù nữa nha. The disabled, I think tàn tật là bao gồm mù, phải không ta? It's a disabled means like they are mute,
Yes,
they're
yes,
blind, and also they're deaf, right?
yes. I think that.
I think so too, yeah. Sometimes the disabled doesn't mean that they cannot move, you know. It just means they are blind, but they can still work. Tàn tật không có nghĩa là không thể đi được nha. Nhiều khi họ chỉ bị mù thôi mà vẫn làm việc được chẳng hạn. There should be law to protect those people because they are always at a disadvantage, you know. Họ luôn luôn là cái người mà bị bất lợi luôn á. So there should be a law. So what do you think about that?
I appreciate the laws that protect are who are at a disadvantage because they are really in need to be protected.
Mhm.
They are it will increase the quality of many people need the help of community.
Of the community.
Yes, and if a nation that can't uh, that can assist their residents, have not anyone to be left behind.
To be left behind.
Left, yes, left behind. That nation cannot develop, developed,
Develop. That nation
develop,
cannot develop
develops because they always have a group of people who
because
are
there are always a group of people.
this there's
There
always
are always a group of people.
there
Luôn
are
luôn có những nhóm người.
always a group of people who are suffering
Mm.
because their their problems.
Okay, I see their problem. Right. Okay, so how does technology affect the law then? Let's discuss that.
Technologies has a significant impact on the laws in the current era,
Mm.
both creating new legal challenges and, and of course offering solution for existing legal law. Technology, when technologies becomes more uh, popular and developed,
Mm.
some issues increase too, related
I
to
mean,
side
some issues is popped up too. Nó cũng xuất
diseases,
hiện, right? Issues is pop up.
diseases
You know
pop
the word
up,
pop, right? Pop up là nó
mọc lên,
mọc
pop
lên như nấm á.
up.
So some issues is popped up. Okay, những vấn đề mọc lên như nấm. So issues is popped up when their technology, like for example, can you give examples?
Examples, the risk of uh, being mm, disclosed, data privacy, identity, and personal personal information have become very serious, and and that cause many financial um, financial problems because they are easily to be scammed
They can
and
easily be scammed. Họ có thể dễ dàng
scam
bị lừa. They can easily be they can easily be scammed.
scammed
Mhm.
and the the criminals can use their information for evil evil scam.
Of course, scamming people is evil, of course. Lừa người ta là ác độc lắm rồi. Of course, that is evil already. So there, you can use the word for their evil doings. For their evil doing. Có thể dùng những cái chữ quyền như là danh từ á. Những việc làm độc ác. You could use evil as a noun.
And that is the reason why cybersecurity are born to protect people from these harms. About it's really useful for people who are use uh, the social medias
Okay.
that there can be can be rubber.
They can
They
what?
will they can be revealed.
Hmm.
There's personal information, and if the laws is strict enough, it's help people to uh, it's help people to receive what they are scammed. I
Hmm.
know that it's really hard to
Of course, it's really hard to combat crimes, like especially cyber crimes. It's really hard to combat cyber crimes. Cực kỳ khó để đấu tranh chống lại tội phạm mạng luôn á. It's really hard to combat crime with cyber crimes. And especially if they are in Cambodia, they are not in Vietnam. Most of the cases, they are like that.
us when the technologies in, improved is um, some uh, some device can help the government uh, in
Yes. What can they help government in? What do you think?
um, to inform people with more uh, law informations. They can people can easily to access to
No, no, no. They can easily get access to.
people can easily get access to justice. Technology can make legal resources more accessible.
Mm.
Online platforms like legal advice websites and um, online and online information that serve as a advisor that help people to uh,
Okay.
uh, access legal information and
I see.
services without the need for them to be uh, in the uh, mm, government department.
Mm.
I think that can be beneficial for people who can afford uh, traditional um, presents.
Okay. All right. So I think it's good to stop here. I'm already very tired. I work a lot today though. Okay, so let's end the lesson here. So we'll do more speaking practice on when no on Thursday. Okay, it's good practice today. I think you should redo your writing because this, you know, you know what it is.
Okay.
All right.